Major League. Adding fog with the fog dog, straight to the top with the pace drop. Pace too hot, you can't keep up when he heats up and takes the lead. Now all you see is Drake University. So it's time to subscribe for the best alive and go stride for stride with the Batman pride. It's Adding Fog coming at you with the Top Dog exclusive. It's Adding Fog exclusive. Adding Fog, Fog Dog. Subscribe now for the Top Dog. Adding Fog, Fog Dog.
Obviously, the 2020 edition of the Drake Relays was cancelled because of Corona, so this is my first time running at the biggest and definitely the most well-known home meet Drake has on offer, so I definitely want to make a good first impression. The 1500 school record is currently 3:41 from the year 1981. When I race on Friday, I'll definitely be hoping to beat that record and get the win, which is something that hasn't been done by a Drake runner in the 1500 since that same year, 1981. Today, me and Isaac Baston, who has a current 1500 metre personal best of 3:47, did a pretty easy 30-minute jog and a few strides. Training has definitely been going really well leading up to this race, and I'm hoping to have a good race tomorrow. The field is very strong. Actually, it's probably the strongest field I've ever raced against outside of a national competition. But I'm definitely looking forward to tomorrow and hope that all the hard work I've been putting in over the last few weeks, months, and even years will pay off tomorrow at the Drake Relays 1500.
It's 341 high, so it's 341.74 for Nuttall, 341.80 for that Drake record that Adam Fogg, the sophomore from Brisbane, Australia, is targeting. Fogg's a big talent. His season's best this year doesn't rank all that high, 344. It's fast time, but it's not in the NCAA top 70. But he hasn't run much outdoors yet, and it's his first career outdoor season. He showed his mettle indoors when he finished 4th in the mile at NCAA indoors, and he was the 3,000-meter champ at the Missouri Valley Conference indoors, trying to do something at home at Drake that nobody's done in 40 years. It's a really fast start, and it is the professional runner Colin Abert who is right out in front.
Abert's coming off of a win in Atlanta just a couple weeks ago, feeling good. He's from here in Minnesota.
And again, he ran that USATF 1 Mile Road Championship a couple days ago, finishing inside the top 10 there. Abert pulling Torpy to start this race, and Takadine Hadili of Texas Tech has moved up into a good spot as well. Adam Fogg dipped right where he wants to right now, currently in 3rd place, right along the rail, not having the lead, but it was pretty quick first 300, 42.15. And they'll get through the opening 400 in 56 seconds, well ahead of the pace to get to a 158.800. The Furman runners Adams and Ponder well positioned along the rail. Ryan Adams up into 4th place now, a 6-time SoCon champ. And again, one of those guys who benefited from a heavy dose of training. He would have been a senior last spring, gets that extra year of eligibility, and he spent the whole last year preparing just for this outdoor season.
Well, he's made it honest. And, being one of the only professionals in the field, I'm sure he took it on him to say, I'm going to keep this pace honest for these young guys. He's a young guy himself, but he's looking good. He's having a great season. He's strong and he's fit. And here we are coming up to that 800.
They are well under. Through the 800, 156. Yep. Right on pace to break that 341.74 record. Abert starting to separate a bit. This has broken this pack open. Hadili is still in a comfortable position for Texas Tech. Adam Fogg there for Drake. Ryan Adams for Furman. And then Air Force's top 1,500 runner, Sam Gilman, a sophomore from Hilton Head, South Carolina, who was 5th in the Mountain West Mile indoors last year. They did not have an indoor Mountain West championship. He has set the Air Force Academy freshman record in the mile, running 4:04. Juan Diego Castro trying to keep contact as well, as they will hear the bell here. Still on pace to break a Drake Relays record. They need just a 60-second final lap to do it. Abert is dove off. He was the rabbit for them over those first 1,000. It's Hadili, Fogg, Adams, Gilman, and Castro, your top 5.
I saw Abert check his watch, so I kind of was wondering. But here we go, Fogg, right where he wants to be. He's got to get out of that second lane for the turn here, but he's making his hard move here with 200 to go.
And now Ryan Adams is coming as well. Adam Fogg, 4th in the mile at NCAA indoors, looking to break a Drake record and looking to win the first 1,500 for a Drake runner at relays in 40 years. He's got to hold off one of the top runners in the country, Ryan Adams, NCAA number 5. He is surging forward on the outside. It is Fogg and Adams. This record's going to be smashed again. Here they come to the line. Adams leans. Sub 340 for the first time at Drake Relays. 338.74. Adams sets the Drake Relays record, and Adam Fogg breaks the Drake University record in 338.79.
That's number 9 in Division 1 right
What a race. Got everyone in the Drake Stadium super pumped, on their feet, screaming. Look at this finish.
And Adams already 5th in Division 1 coming into the weekend. 338.74. What a great time, and that is a new Drake Relays record.
So
25
Adams
meters to go. So tight.
That's a Drake Relays record that had stood for 31 years. Adam Fogg moves up to number 9 in NCAA Division 1, and he breaks the Drake record. The Drake University record set 40 years ago. He'll be a bit disappointed that he's not the first one to win this race in 40 years, but a heck of an effort for him. 338.79 for an outdoor runner whose outdoor eligibility is just a freshman. That tells you that he's got a bright future ahead of him. And I am excited to see what Ryan Adams does this year, because he's now churned out the 5th and 9th fastest times in Division 1.
All right, Baston, 3:43 man now for the 1,500. How are you feeling with that race?
Absolutely psyched. And we just found out that 48 people are making regionals. So right now I'm sitting at 42. So as long as 15 guys in the next week don't magically run faster, I think I'm going to be heading to Texas A&M, baby. So I'm really psyched. 3:43 guy, hoping it's a tactical race, because I've been known to have a pretty strong kick. So hoping that I can just somehow get lucky and find my way at nationals.
Brilliant. All right, so a few weeks ago you ran 3:47. I know you were pretty happy with that. Did you think 3:43 at Drake Relays was a realistic target, or was it way out of what you expected?
My goal time was actually 3:43, but I've been known to set some pretty stupid goals, so I don't know. I set that as a goal, but I didn't really think I could do it. But just going out here and doing it feels really good. But after watching the race, I kind of wish I would have moved a little bit earlier. Maybe I could have shaved a half second off. But I mean, there's something to learn from everything, and I'm just really happy that I made the progress that I did.
All right, we are back. So 3:44 at Wichita State the week before Drake Relays. That had me feeling pretty worried actually going into Drake Relays. I knew that it was going to be a really solid field. I knew that I'd run 3:39 in the 1,500 back in January, and then 3:57 for the mile in March about 6 weeks ago. So I knew that I was capable of going a lot quicker than I ran at Wichita State, but just running that the week before Drake Relays and feeling pretty bad, I was not really sure how I'd feel going into a much quicker race. But as soon as we got going and I was able to tuck in right behind the guy from Texas Tech, he's a 145 or 146 800 runner. He came third at NCAA's indoor in the 800 behind Charlie Hunter and Finley McClear. So he's definitely pretty quick. As soon as I was tucked in behind him and we were right behind the pacemaker, I felt really good. I can't remember for sure what we went through the 400 in. I think it might have been like 57 high maybe, and then we were 156 high or 157 low through 800, and I was still right behind this Texas Tech guy. He started to drop off the pacer a little bit, I think, and then with 300 to go, I was still just behind him, and I knew that I had to make a pretty strong move to get around him. I did that in the back straight. I really went for it in the back straight. I hit the lead, got in front of this guy from Texas Tech, and with 100 to go, I still had that lead. I was really giving it my all. I wanted to break the school record, which I ended up doing. I really wanted to get the win, and if I could beat my PB of 3:39.57, I really wanted to do that as well. And as well, I wanted to make sure I got the regional qualifier, which was going to be about 3:43 something. So I knew that was on. Coming down the home straight, I was giving it my all and just got beaten on the line by Ryan Adams, who goes to Furman. He's run 3:37, so he's pretty good, and he just got me on the line. So a little bit disappointing not to get the win after really giving it a good crack, but I mean, breaking the school record and getting the regional qualifier and breaking my PB, PR, is something that I'm really happy with. Definitely a really good day. So yeah, regionals is coming up in a few weeks, like a month pretty much. We're traveling to Texas A&M down in Texas, obviously, for that. So that should be good. And at regionals, there's going to be 48 guys who are going and 12 make nationals. So hopefully I can run well at that. That'll be coming up in a few weeks' time. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. It is actually a few days after the race right now. And the day after the 1500, I actually paced the Pro 1500. So that'll be coming up in next week's video. So get ready for that. It was pretty cool to be helping out pacing the pro field at Drake Relays. So get ready for that video coming up
next week. Next week on a FOGDOG exclusive.
Team 2016, he was a surprise bronze medalist. He's a four-time national champion.
Career 34-year-old. Final instructions from the starter. Men's 1500 from Drake. Get several settled in the middle of the picture. Clayton Murphy trying to find his room, and next to him Eric Avila, who came to Drake and now has already come away with a national title. He won the road mile a couple of days ago.
He had a perfectly timed kick. He ran away from Clayton Murphy and Craig Ingles.
only on the FOGDOG exclusive.